Before Tai could say anything, a stern voice came from behind the crowd. Dr. Kim. The hallway went silent instantly. The hospital director stood there, expression unreadable, eyes cold. Staff member hurried behind him. Director. Mr. Kim. The director repeated, I need you in my office now. That's all I heard. He looked down at Jungkook, who shook his head violently, clenching harder. Tete, don't go. His voice trembled, his eyes were scared. Tai bent down slightly, cupping Cookie's cheeks gently. Cookie, listen. I have to go for a moment. I will be right back. Jungkook chuckled, clutched his coat. Tete, no, leave, please. His voice cracked. He looked like he was about to cry loudly again. Tai's eyes squeezed painfully, but the director's voice cut through sharply. Dr. Kim, now. The crowd parted, watching him, judgmental eyes. Tai inhaled deeply. He lifted Jungkook's chin. Gookie, look at me. Jungkook's sniffed eyes glossy. I'm not leaving you. I'm just going to talk and come back. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. He gently guided Jungkook to sit, but Gookie grabbed his sleeves desperately. Tete, Gookie scared. Tai forced soft smile, brushing Cookie's hair. Don't be scared. I will be back before you count to 10. Jungkook didn't let go until Tai slowly pulled his finger away. The director watched him with a frown as Tai finally stood. Tai straightened his coat, eyes sharp again. Let's go, they said coldly. Then the entire hallway watched as Dr. Kim walked toward the director's office with murmurs, doubles, and accusation trailing behind him. The director pushed the door open of the office. Tai, come in. But before Tai could close the door behind him, soft footsteps followed. Jungkook. He held his plushie tightly, eyes stayed red, and walked right in quietly but determined and sat down right beside Tai, almost pressed to him his arm, and director blinked in surprise. Dr. Kim, patients are allowed in here during disciplinary decision. Tai placed a protective hand on Jungkook's shoulder. He stays. Jungkook leaned into him instantly, gripping Tai's sleeves like he might disappear any second. The director sighed heavily and sat behind his desk. Fine, then let's begin. He folded his hand, expression stunned. Dr. Kim, why did you lose your temper with the patient's family? This is serious allegation. People in the corridor are furious. Tai inhaled sharply. That kid hurt my kid. The director raised an eyebrow. Dr. Kim, from what I heard, the children were playing. Kids fight. Why would you get physically involved? Tai's eyes flashed dangerously. It wasn't that fight. That kid repeated Cookie's blushing. Cookie was terrified, crying, hiding under the table. I won't tolerate anything hurting him. The director leaned back. Even so, you are a doctor. You have to maintain the professionalism. Tai clenched his fist. How can you expect me to stay calm when my kid was carried out of his mind? I can bear anything, but I will not let anyone hurt him. Jungkook looked up at Tai, small face worried, and tugged his sleeve slowly. Tata, don't fight. Tai softly instant. Cupid Cookie's cheek with his palm. I'm not fighting, Cookie, I'm explaining. Cookie nodded slowly and leaned his head against Tai's shoulder. The director stared at the two of them. Cookie trembled but trying to be brave. Tai protected like a shield and sighed again. Director, Dr. Kim, is it really your responsibility? Tai answered without hesitation. Yes. Director, and you are willing to risk your job over him? Tai met the director's eyes directly, without a second thought. Jungkook's fingers tightened on Tai's coat as if those words wrapped him in safety. The director looked at the scene for a long moment, then rubbed his forehead. Alright, I will hear your full explanation before deciding what action to take. Tai pulled Jungkook a little closer, voice firm. I have nothing more to add. I have protected my kid and I will do it again. Tai had just finished explaining when Jungkook suddenly lifted his head from Tai's shoulder, eyes shine with fresh tears. Don't hurt my Tata. Cookie hiccuped softly, clutching Tai's arm with both hands. Tata is mine. Cookie will marry Tata. Then Cookie will take care of him. The director blinked stunned. Mary? He leaned forward, looking at Cookie gently. But you are just a kid. How will you marry Tete? Shaguk froze, his tiny brain clearly working overtime. He looked at the tenant director, then tilted his head, thinking really, really hard. Finally, he puffed his cheeks and announced, Gookie, we grew up. The choked on his breath, turning his head away to hide the blush forming on his ears. The director couldn't help smiling at the determination in Shankuk's eyes. Director, well then, the director said warmly, you better grow up fast. So your daughter doesn't marry someone else? Those words snapped something inside Shankuk. He immediately wrapped both arms around Tai's hand, hugging him tight like someone might snatch Tai away. Cookie, no, I won't let that happen. He cried. He is mine. Tata is mine. Cookie will marry Tata. No one else can. Tai's face went red instantly. Cookie, he whispered, gently patting his head. Don't say things like that so loudly. But Shankuk only pressed his cheeks against Tai's arm, glaring at the director like a territorial little lion cub protecting his favorite person. Tata is mine. He repeated stubbornly. Only mine. The director chuckled softly. I see. Well, Dr. Kim, it seems you are in a strong hand. Tai sighed, embarrassed beyond belief. But he didn't correct Jungkook. And Jungkook, still holding Tai's hand tightly, looked like he would fight the entire world if it means keeping Tata by his side. The director closed the file on his desk and sighed, rubbing his temple. Dr. Kim, he said in a stern voice, though his eyes softened for a moment. I am giving you an official warning. Slapping a patient parent can't be overlooked, even if they protected you. Tai exhaled slowly, guilt visible in his posture. I understand, sir. I'm sorry, but I couldn't stand there. And when they heard Cookie, the director looked at Jungkook, who was hugging Tai's arm with a fast protective glare. I saw, he said quietly. Tai looked up, confused. The director continued in a low voice. Only Tai could hear. Between us, you did what any guardian could. And frankly, that mother deserves worse. But you know how this hospital is? They don't care about the truth, only image. Tai's eyes widened. Sir? Director. So, the director straightened up, putting on his professional mask again. This is warning on paper. Not in my heart. Just keep the pace for a while, Dr. Kim. Tai nodded gratefully. Thank you. I promise nothing like this will happen again. Before the director could reply, Shankuk suddenly tugged on Tai's sleeve. Tai, let go. He whispered, wiping his teary cheek. Gookie will protect you. The director smiled silently. Take him home. He has had enough excitement for one day. Tai bowed respectfully and left the office holding Cookie's hand. The moment they stepped into the hallway, every nurse, intern, and doctor nearby turned their head, whispered, started. Is that the Dr. Kim? Kid, Dr. Kim hit someone for that grown man is calling him Tete. Is he mentally unstable? Why is Dr. Kim carrying him around like that? Maybe he is Dr. Kim's relative? No way. Did you see the way he clung to him? Tai ignored them, jaw tightening, but Cookie heard everything. He squeezed Tai's hand, leaning closer. Tete, they are looking. They are saying things, he whispered. Tai gently cupped his cheeks. Hey, look at me. Shankuk lifted his head. You don't listen to anyone except me, alright? Tai said softly. I am here. You are safe. Nothing they say matters. Shankuk nodded quietly and hugged Tai in the middle of the corridor, buried his face in Tai's coat. Some nurses gasped, some smiled, some whispered more, but Tai didn't care. He stood up, with Shankuk still holding his legs like a lifeline. Tai, let's go home, Cookie. Shankuk whispered, Tete, take me home. I don't like it here. Tai placed a protective hand on Shankuk's back and walked forward, ignoring every pair of eyes following them. Tai guided Jungkook toward the marriage registration office, holding his hand as they walked down the corridor. Jungkook tugged on his sleeves. Tate, why aren't we going home? Where are we going? Tai glared at him, blushing his hair gently. We are going to the registration office. Jungkook blinked at him, confused. Why, Tete? Tai let out a slow breath because He cupid his checks. We are getting married today. Cookie's eyes widened. His mouth formed a tiny O. Then suddenly he clapped his both hands together, practically bouncing on his toes. Really? Tata is marrying Cookie? Here? Right now? Tai smiled softly at his excitement. Yes, here, right now. We are getting married. Cookie squirted, grabbing Tai's face with his both hands and smushing his cheeks. Tete, Cookie is so happy. Cookie will be the best husband ever. Tai laughed, shaking his head. I know you will. Gookie held Tai's hand again, this time with both of his hands, as if afraid someone would snatch Tai away. Tai, let go. Tai said gently, opening the glass door of the registration office. Cookie stopped right at the entrance, tugging Tai closer. Wait, Tete. Tai, yes. Cookie looked very serious suddenly. When we get married, Tete won't marry someone else later, right? Tai kisses his forehead. No, baby, I am yours. Gookie, whole face lit up. He puffed out his chest proudly. Good, because Tata is mine, only mine, forever mine. Taz chuckled softly. Alright, persist a little husband. Let's get inside. He guided Cookie in, and Cookie squeezed his hand even tighter, whispering, Tate, Cookie will take care of you always. Taz slid the last paper across the counter, and the clerk stamped it. A moment later, took his marriage certificate, placed in front of them. Cookie's eyes widened, the spark, then Upside exploded with excitement. We are married? He whispered, voice trembling like a little kid who just got handed the whole world. Yes, that's it, softly. We really are. The second the word left Tai's mouth, Cookie shot up from his chair like a firecracker. Cookie, Tete, we are married? He practically tackled Tai's arms, throwing around his neck, squeezing him tightly. Tai stumbled a bit, laughing, trying to keep them both upright. Tai, okay, breathe. But Cookie didn't listen. He kept Tai's face with his both hands and prepared kisses. His cheeks with rapid kisses. Tai's ears turned red. Cookie, what are you? Then Cookie leaned in and pressed a soft kiss on Tai's lips. Tai froze eyes down and saw. Cookie, why did you kiss my lips? He whispered, sound. Cookie blinked completely serious. I saw a couple kiss on the lip when they got married, so I kissed you too. Tai started, stares at him speechless. Cookie. And now, Cookie continued confidently. I can kiss Tata whenever I want. Before Tai could recover, Jungkook leaned in again, giving him a slow, happy peck on his lip, and another, each one short, soft, full of pure affection. Tai, that's enough. Tai tried to protest, face bright pink. Cookie, no. Cookie said proudly, hugging him again. Tata is my husband now. I love kissing my husband. Tai covered his face with one hand, mortified and blushing like crazy, while Cookie bounced in front of him with his marriage certificate clutching to his chest, like it was the greatest treasure ever discovered. Cookie, let's go home, husband. Cookie said, lacing their fingers tightly. Tai's heart flipped as he whispered back, yes, let's go home. Tai pushed the front door open, Cookie right behind him, practically bouncing with happiness. Tai himself had a small smile as he tried to hide. Inside the kitchen, Tai's parents were preparing dinner. The same man, the one who came earlier to marry Tai, was also there, helping Tai's parents chop vegetables. As soon as Tai and Cookie stepped in, Tai's mother looked up. Mother, why are you two so happy? What's with those stupid smiles? Cookie immediately clung to Tai's arms. The other man frowned. Man, yeah, what are they bouncing for? Tai gave him a sharp glare. What are you still doing in my house? Get out of my kitchen. The man started, offended, but Tai's mother stopped him. Mother, he won't go anywhere. He is helping me make dinner, unlike your little guest, who only eats and does nothing. Cookie hid even more behind Tai's back, clutching Tai's shirt. Tai clenched his jaw. Tai's father walked in the hallway. So, how was the checkup? The answered calmly, perfect. But Ta's father notices something. Cookie was hiding a document behind his back. Father, what are you hiding? Cookie, nothing. He tried to hide it further, but his parents' hands were shaking. Tai quickly stepped in front of Cookie, blocking his father's view. Stop harassing him. But his father ignored him, stepping closer. He reached behind Tai and snatched the document right out of Cookie's hand. Cookie gasped softly, terrified. Tai's stomach dropped because his father was now staring at the marriage certificate. Tai grabbed his father's wrist instantly. Give it back, father. This is what you were hiding? He raised the certificate, hand shaking with rage. Mother, what is that? What are you two hiding? The man in the kitchen froze, eyes widening in shock. Cookie clutched Tai's shirt, trembling. Tete, I'm scared. Tai put an arm around Cookie protectively. I said, give it back. His father's voice rose. How dare you to talk to me like that? Before Tai even realized it, his dad slapped him. Tai staggered sideways from the force of the slap, his cheeks stinging red. Cookie cried out, Tete! He rushed to Tai, hugging him tightly, shaking all over. Tai's father held the marriage certificate in one hand, breathing heavily. You got married behind our back? To him? How dare you? Tai swallowed, eyes dark with anger. He pulled Cookie closer, shielding him. Tai's mother screamed his name, plates clattering on the floor. The man helping in the kitchen froze, staring in shock, then jealousy tightening in his face when he saw Cookie holding Tai. But Tai wasn't done. He stood straight, wiping the blood on his lip, and stepping in front of Jungkook again, angrier, stronger, fierce than ever. Touch him again. Tai's head was shaking with rage. And I swear, I won't let you call yourself my father. Cookie tugged at Tai's legs, trying to pull him back, trying to shield him from another strike. But Tai had Cookie behind him, eyes locked on his father. I won't let you hurt him. Not him. Never. Tai's cheek was still red from the slap when his mother suddenly broke down in tears, grabbing his wrist. Mother, Tai, how could you hide something big from us? She cried. How could you do this without telling your parents? His parents looking shaken too, his chest rising and falling with anger and before Tai could answer, the man, the same who wanted to marry him, threw the knife as he was holding the gun and stopped it toward him. His face was twisted with anger and heartbreak. He grabbed Tai's arm roughly, forcing him to face himself. Look at me, he snapped. Why did you do this to me, Tai? Why? You know I have been waiting for you for years. I waited for you. How can you hurt me like this? Tai yanked his arm. Then the man tightened his grip. I already told you. Tai said firmly, Rose furrowing in pain. I don't feel anything for you. The man shook bitterly. And this boy? He pointed at Cookie behind Tai. The one you married. You love him? You think he will give you happiness? You think he can give you a proper life? He depends on you for everything. Tai. So what if he depends on me? Tai shot back. I don't care. The man's jealousy burned more, his jaw clenched. And what about physical relationship? He says, do you think he can give you the happiness you want? How will you tolerate? Tai stepped closer, staring straight into the man's furious eyes. I don't care about any of that anymore. Tai said coldly, get out of my house. He forcefully pulled his arm free, pushing the man's hand away. For a moment, the room went silent. Then a sudden crack echoed through the air. Before anyone else could ever even blink, Cookie punched the man straight across his jaw. The man stumbled back, shocked, and over his mouth as he stared. But Jungkook's voice was trembling with anger but firm. Don't ever touch my husband, he said. Don't ever speak him like that. I will always protect him. Tai's mouth gasped. Tai's father looked stunned. The man glared at Cookie, humiliated, furious. But he didn't dare step closer again. He spat on the floor and grabbed his coat and stormed toward the door. Cookie stepped forward, shielding Tai with his body. The man's final look was filled with rage before he walked out and slammed the door behind him. The door slammed after the man left, but the silence that followed was worse. Ta's mother suddenly burst into loud sob, clutching her chest. Why? Why are we cursed with a child like this? She cried. Why can't you ever think of us, Ta? Why do you always bring trouble to this house? His father was shook with anger and disappointment. You hate something this big. You married without telling us. Do you even care about your parents anymore? Ta froze. Those words seemed deeper than any slap. He tried to breathe, but everything felt like it was collapsing around him. His mother pointed shakily at him. You run it everything. You run it your life and ours. That was it. Tai grabbed Cookie's hand tight and pulled him away from the living room. Cookie, Tai. Cookie whispered, worried at first. He was walking, but Tai didn't stop until they reached the room. He shut the door and locked it behind them. The moment the latch clicked, Tai's strength broke. He turned it to Cookie, trembling. Cookie stepped closer, placing his hand gently on Tai's shoulder. Ta, it's okay. I'm here. And Tai shook his head hard. Why did they say that? Tai's voice cracked. Why do they make me feel like I did something unforgivable? Why does everything I do become wrong? His chest hammered as tears finally spilled. Cookie pulled him into his arms without a second thought. Tai collapsed against him, burrowing into the chest, gripping his shirt tightly. Both of them sunk into the floor together, Cookie hiding him like he never intended to let go. Cookie, it's not your fault, Cookie whispered, shaking, tears tearing up. Tai, you are good. You are not cursed. Don't listen to them. Tai shook as he cried into Cookie's shoulder. They think you are a burden. They think I run it everything because of you. But I don't care, Jungkook. I don't care. Cookie, I'm sorry. Cookie whispered, voice breaking. I'm sorry. They spoke like that because of me. Tai instantly grabbed Jungkook's face with both hands. No, he said firmly through tears. Don't ever say that. You don't do anything wrong. Cookie stares at him, tears falling. Tai pulled him closer, hugging him tightly. So tight, Cookie's breath issued. They cried together for a long moment, both of them shaking, both clinging to each other like the only safe place left. And for the first time that day, Tai's heart felt less heavy because Jungkook was right there, holding him like he mattered. But before Cookie could answer, another shout came from outside. We are not done with you. Open the door. Tai jaw clenched. He looked at the trembling boy in his arms. That made his decision. We are leaving, Tai said firmly. Right now. I'm not letting you stay in the house for another second. Cookie blinked, confused. Leave? But where? Tai. Anywhere that isn't here. Tai said, already grabbing Jungkook's hand. I will protect you. I don't care what they say. Tai, pounding on the door, continued, louder and angrier. But Tai squeezed Cookie's hand tighter. Come with me, Cookie. Let's go. Cookie nodded slowly, trusting him completely. Tai opened the bedroom door with a firm grip on his luggage handle. Cookie holding his own bag right behind him. Their faces were still wet from crying. The moment they stepped into the hall, their parents stood up in shock. Mother, what is this? His mother screamed. Father, are you out of your mind, Tong? Where are you going with your luggage? His father demanded. Tai didn't even flinch. We are leaving this house. His mother burst into tears instantly. No, Tai. How? You can't do this to us. How will we live? If you leave, how will this house run? His voice was cold. Then, learn to earn for yourself. Live on your own. I don't care anymore. His father face twisted, shocked. How can you talk like that? We raised you. Ta. You did a lot of things. He cut him off sharply. Too many wrong things to me. And to Cookie. Cookie lowered his gaze, fingers tightening around the luggage handle. Ta. There's no way I am staying under the same roof as you. Tai continued, eyes filled with hurt he had been holding in years. Cookie suffered, I suffered, and all you did was shout and blame. His mother reached for him through tears. Tai, please. Tai stepped back. No, he said, it's over. Tai turned to Cookie, his expression softening instantly. Cookie, let's go. Cookie nodded, stepping toward him without hesitation. Together, they walked out of the house, leaving the cry and scolding behind. The door slammed shut behind them. Outside, the cold air hit their faces as they stood at the road, luggage beside them. Tai checked his phone. The taxi will be here in a minute. Gookie looked up at him, eyes still shaken, but filled with trust, and the two of them waited side by side, ready to leave everything behind. The taxi stood in front of them. Gookie immediately stepped forward. I will put the luggage inside, he said gently. Tai, go sit. You are exhausted. Tong didn't argue. His body felt too heavy to train it. He slid into the back seat and leaned his head against the window with a tired sigh. Jungkook turned toward the trunk, lifting their suitcases one by one. He had just placed the first bag inside when the car suddenly jerked forward. Fast, too fast, Cookie. Thong! Gookie shouted, dropped the second bag and ran it after taxi. Inside, Tai was thrown to forward. What? Stop the car! He yelled, hitting the driver's seat. Stop! But the driver didn't stop. He didn't even slow down. A familiar voice answered him with a cold, mocking laugh. You thought you could run away from me, Thong? Tai's eyes widened in horror. It was the same man who had waited to marry him. No, no, stop the car. Let me out. Tai screamed, struggling violently. The man only laughed harder and pressed the accelerator. Outside, Cookie was still chasing the taxi with everything he had. Tai, Thong! He shouted, voice breaking. He slipped, slapping against the road, lungs burning, but he didn't stop. Tai! He cried again. The taxi turned sharply. Cookie pushed himself harder and his foot hit the broken brake. His body fell forward. He felt his head collided with the road hard. A sticking thud echoed. Blood immediately started pooling beneath him, warm, dark, spreading too fast. Took fingers twisted once and then went still, eyes shutting unconscious. The taxi sped away. Inside, Tai screamed Cookie's name again and again, voice cracking, throat trailing. But no one could hear him, and Jungkook lay motionless on the road, blood staining the ground.
The man dragged Taehyung by the wrist and threw him onto the bed. Ta's body bounced painfully, and he immediately, trying to get up, he's trying to run, but the man stepped in front of him, blocking his escape every time. Move, Tae shouted, pushing past him. But the man blocked him again and again. After several desperate attempts, Tae's legs gave out from exhaustion. He sat on the edge of the bed, chest heaving, eyes burning with tears. Why are you doing this? Tae choked out. What do you want from me? The man leaned against the wall, arms crossed, a mocking smirk on his face. What do I want? He repeated. I want to marry you, Taehyung. Tae's eyes widened. I already told you, I'm married. You can't hear me or what? The man laughed, loud, cruel, twisted. Or, you mean had marriage with that mentally unstable man, he sneered. Come on, Taehyung. That marriage will give you nothing. He'll only be a burden, so wait dragging you down. But Mickey tapped his chest. I can give you happiness, everything you ever want. Money, stability, status. You know that, Tai. I don't want anything from you, Tao screamed, tears spilling down his cheeks. Just let me go. The man's smile widened, darker this time. I'm not letting you go. Not until we're married. And maybe not even after that. He leaned in slightly. Once you become my husband, why would I ever let you leave, baby? He reached out slowly, as if to tuck a strand of hair behind Taehyung's ears, but Tae jerked violently away, glaring through his tears. Tai, you will never succeed, he whispered fiercely. You'll never get what you want. The man tilted his head, the smile gone, a dangerous smile replacing it. Ark, let's see about that, he said softly. Then he turned and walked out of the room, locking the door behind him. Tae-Fying sat frozen on the bed, shaking, heart racing, terrified and far away, and Juki was lying in the middle of the road, unconscious, bleeding, alone. The moment the man locked the door, Tae-Fying's hands started trembling uncontrollably. His breath came out uneven, half panic, half rage. He rushed to the door and grabbed the handle with both hands, twisting it, shaking it, slamming his fist against it. Tae, open the door, Tae screamed, voice cracking. Let me out. Do you hear me? Let me out. No response. Only the echo of his own desperation bouncing off the four walls. Taz's heart pounded painfully in his chest. His mind, his entire being, went straight to one person. Aditi. Where was he? Was he still on the road? Was he bleeding? Was someone helping him? Was he alive? The thought hit him like a knife. Tay. No, 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 Tay whispered, hands gripping his hair as he sank to his knees. Aditi, my baby was taking care of you. You need me. You always need me. He pressed his forehead to the cold floor, tears dropping silently. I can't stay here, he whispered desperately. I can't leave you alone. You'll be scared. You'll cry. You'll look for me. Aditi, I'm so sorry. He shot up again, wiping his tears harshly with the back of his hand. No, he said under his breath, voice trembling but determined. I can't break down. I have to get to him. I have to. He rushed to the window. Locked. He ran to the closet. It's empty. He checked under the bed. Nothing he could use. His chest tightened painfully. Think, Tang, he whispered. Think, Yukai needs you. You have to get out. You have to. He ran back to the door again and started punching it with everything he had. Help, he screamed, voice raw. Somebody help me, please. He paused, listening for footsteps. Anything, nothing. Only the distant sound of wind outside the closed window. Taz's vision blurred again. He squeezed his eyes shut and whispered, Aditi, please be safe. I'm coming. I promise you, you'll come. His heart screamed louder than his voice. Jyoti needs me. And he was ready to do anything, break anything, to reach him.
On the bed of the hospital, Jungkook lay unconscious, the oxygen tube resting lightly under the nose, bandage wrapped around his head, dried blood still faintly visible at the edge of the hairline. His chest rose and fell, softly, steadily. He was alive, barely, but alive. The door burst open, and Mr. Han, Jungkook's personal driver, rushed inside, breath trembling, eyes wide with disbelief. His hand shook violently as he grabbed the side of the bed. Master Jungkook, his voice cracked instantly. He covered his mouth. Tears filled his eyes as he stared at him like he was seeing a ghost. He was seeing a ghost. Because Jungkook had been declared dead, they mourned a son, a CEO, a man who was always alone except for the few he trusted, and among those few, Mr. Han stood first. He wasn't just a driver, he wasn't just an employee, he was the only person Jungkook spoke to without fear, without hesitation, without his mask. The relationship was closer to father and son than anything else in Jungkook's life. Mr. Han's knees weakened as he sunk into the chair beside the bed, grabbing Jungkook's cold hand. Mr. Han, you are really here? He whispered, tears falling freely. You are alive. You are actually alive. His voice broke completely. I thought I lost you. He shook it out, his forehead lowering. Jungkook's hand. Everyone turned you into something you weren't. They treated you like a puppet, but you always came to me when you needed someone. And now, his shoulders shook as he cried harder. I found you on the road, bleeding, cold, alone. He squeezed Jungkook's hand tighter. How are you still alive, my boy? How? He whispered his tears, still unable to believe what he was seeing. But thank God, he whispered, thank God you are here. Thank God you are breathing. He lifted Jungkook's hand to his forehead, holding it with trembling fingers. I am here now. I am not going anywhere. He whispered shakily. I won't leave you alone again. Not this time. And with that, Mr. Han continued crying silently beside the unconscious Jungkook, grieving, reliving, and overwhelmed, unable to look away from the boy who thought he had lost forever.